Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope everybody is having a good day today. I have gotten a pretty late start to my day, but it is my birthday today, and I'm not planning on filming any kind of content, so I figured I would come live and chat with you guys while I do my makeup for today. So that's what I'll be doing. And we can just have any kind of conversation that you guys want to have. If you guys want to talk about anything or ask me anything, figured this could be like kind of like a Q&A if you wanted it to be, or just so we can talk about whatever you guys want. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? Thank you for the happy birthdays. Hey, Jean. YouTube is always doing all kinds of stuff, so I don't know why some people don't get their notifications. I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, sometimes if you unsubscribe from a channel and resubscribe, it will reenact your notifications. So today I'm just starting off with some Bobbi Brown face base. I've been up for a little bit, but I just took my time to actually get ready today. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sometimes subscription, like when you're subscribed and you have the bell ring, sometimes you still don't get notifications. I don't know what that's about. YouTube always has its own set of issues, and I think that's one of them. So I appreciate everybody who's hanging out with me today. I'm just gonna, I plan on enjoying my day. It's just gonna be a pretty laid back day today. My husband actually has a ceremony to go to tonight, so we will be doing that. And then afterwards, we'll probably go to dinner and maybe go and celebrate a little bit. But we will see. Kind of depends on how long the ceremony he has to goes. Thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody. I should have anticipated that to happen. I really kind of didn't, but thank you guys so much. Did I have, I'm actually not a breakfast person, so I did not have breakfast in bed. I typically don't have breakfast. My husband was sweet enough to go and get me a drink from Dutch Bros before he went to work this morning, so that was nice. So I have that here sitting in front of me. Just my usual Shark Attack blended. So I'll probably be drinking on that while we're getting ready. And I'm probably going to, I don't know which palette I'm going to use, but I want to use one of the new ones that I got, even though the story palette, like the color palette, is very similar. Typically, it's kind of, I go for the same kind of color stories and palettes. I'll have to decide once I get there. So, I'm using my camera as a mirror for right now because I have too many products in front of me and my mirror won't fit there. So we will have to remedy that here in a little bit. Thank you, Camilla. How dressy are the ceremonies? So it's actually an award ceremony, so we do have to actually dress up. So hopefully this makeup that I do lasts. If not, I'll have to redo my makeup tonight, which that's okay. So I do have a formal dress that I typically wear to all of these kinds of events he has to go to. So I'll have to make sure that that dress still fits pretty well. If not, I'm going to have to go get a new dress today, which if you guys watched any of my vlogs, you maybe have learned I'm not a big shopper. I'm the kind of shopper that I go in and get what I want. So when I have to go and like purchase like a dress or some kind of outfit for a particular occasion, I kind of get a little bit overwhelmed. So hopefully that dress fits. If not, I'm going to have to last minute run to the mall and find one, which wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's not something I want to do on my birthday. We actually didn't find out he was having to do this ceremony until this morning. So that's also fun. We always are notified last minute. I'm trying to move my chat so I can see you guys better while I get my makeup done. So thank you for the compliments on my nails. I did not film this set, which is probably a good thing I didn't, because they took me quite a while. This was inspired by, I don't know the user, but I saw this technique on, I think it was on TikTok. It may have been on YouTube. I can't remember. But I watch a lot of like nail technicians and people who have YouTube channels who do their nails for inspiration. And I saw this look and I was like, oh, I want to try to mimic that. Mine did not come out near as nice as theirs did, but I still am happy with how they turned out. You had to wear long gowns. It's not, this event isn't like that formal, but it's still more of a formal, like he has to wear his blues. So it's formal enough for that, but he is going to be on stage. So he has to be in formal attire. So when he's in formal attire, I'm in formal, I wear formal attire as well. But I don't wear floor length gowns, because anytime I have a floor length gown, I have to get it altered because I'm short. And even petite dresses don't ever really fit my height. So I typically wear a dress that's down to my knees. So it's long enough to be appropriate and it's not short. There's like free roaming glitter that's sticking to my face. Let me see if I can get that off. Probably not, because I just put cream down and it's not going to want to come off. It's been a few months actually since he's gotten any invitations or requests to be at any kind of formal event. I think the last one was, and it was before the holidays. Thank you everybody for the happy birthday wishes. So because I am going to actually do eyeshadow today, I am going to do my eyes first. And since I'm hoping to get this to last, hopefully this look turns out half decent. I don't even know what I'm going to do for my eyeshadow. I am prepping with the NARS potted concealer. When I use this as a base, my eyeshadow typically lasts. Hey, Sarah. Thank you guys for the happy birthdays. I appreciate it. Hey, Claire. Thank you. Hey, Gingerly, thank you. I saw you commented on one of my videos this morning. Happy birthday. Hopefully today I will find some time to respond to all of the comments over the last couple of days. I haven't really been monitoring my comment sections that much lately. There's just been some of the things that we've talked about in some videos are just pretty heavy, and I don't want to have my full day bogged down by responding to like serious situations, especially the video I did yesterday. Men look so handsome in their blues. Yeah, I always prefer military formal dress. Thank you, Nikki. I need some powder to set my eyelids before I go in with eyeshadow. And I usually set my eyelids with loose powder rather than a pressed powder. Hey, Miss Cassandra. I don't know what technically a cocktail length is, because when some people, especially current day, when I see like celebrities and stuff like that wear what they are calling a cocktail dress, they still seem rather short. And I mean, this dress that I typically wear, it probably would be shorter on other people, but since I'm a short person, they fall longer on me. Where did I put my palette? Here we are. Let's see. I kind of want, I haven't tried either one of these brands, so that's why I grabbed them. The color stories are so similar. I may do a mixture and use the mattes in the ColourPop palette, and then use some of this Juvia's Place palette has more shimmers. They're not all coming off on camera as shimmers, but it has more shimmers, and the mattes in the Juvia Place palette are quite a bit darker. So I'm probably going to use this one for the mattes. I may just use the ColourPop palette altogether. These shimmers that are in here, like the glitter shades, are really, you can tell how textured they are. They're really chunky. I usually don't have the best luck with a super chunky shadow, but we'll see. We'll just see where it ends up taking us. I'm going to start with the lightest shade in the palette. Hey, Crispy, thank you for the birthday wishes. You guys are very generous. This shade is the same color as my skin tone, so that's not doing much of anything. There we go. That has some pigment to it. So I don't, thank you, Sarah W. and Elizabeth. I usually, just so you guys know, I usually don't, I think you guys can tell by now, I usually don't upload or go live on the weekends, but I may actually do a live stream tomorrow. I've been off by a day, and I thought yesterday was my birthday. I thought my birthday was on Thursday. Funny story with how that happened. But I was going to actually plan to go live tonight to talk about the little Tay situation, kind of been looking into that, and I haven't filmed a video because I don't know if, for me, where my opinion lies is not enough for me to film a video. So I may talk about that live, in addition to talking about some of the updates with Ashley. That whole situation is just getting way out of control. So I may go live tomorrow, depending on what I end up doing today, how late I end up staying. But I was going to schedule a live stream for Friday, because what I think I'm going to start doing is, I think I have my Mondays, which are live streams for open discussions, and then I think I'm also going to always have Fridays as a live stream where we can talk about whatever kind of content I've covered that week, where we can come together and have conversations about it, so people can voice their opinions and stuff like that about whatever content I've done that week. And some weeks, maybe like this past week, where I'm able to upload every day. Sometimes I may only get 1 or 2 videos up, but I think that's the direction I'm going to kind of move with my channel, to get a better solid structure. And occasionally I'll still probably do random get ready with me's and stuff like that. So we'll see how this evening goes, because I don't know how long the ceremony will be. My husband's guessing it'll be a few hours, which they typically are, at least a minimum of a couple of hours. So, and then after that, depending on what time it is, we may do some other things, or we may just come home. Jean, how do I enjoy it? I actually don't mind doing videos in my car. The problem is I don't leave my house a lot. So this week I left a couple of different times. That makes me sound like a hermit, but I kind of am. At least here I am, because we don't know a lot of people here. I don't mind doing those, but I don't know how regular those will end up being. The few videos I did film in my car this week were, the one from yesterday was because I had tried to sit down and film it a couple of times, and I couldn't get my words out because I was just so upset, and I had to run some errands. So while I was driving, it was easier for me to just get it out quickly. And then the one before that was just kind of like a vlog style video, which if I have stuff to do, I don't mind to incorporate some of that content. Some of you guys really enjoyed that kind of content. I don't leave the house very often, so it's kind of something that I can't guarantee is going to be like a weekly thing. Do I leave my house weekly? Yeah, and I almost leave my house I'd say probably every other day, but I'm usually just running right up the street to the grocery store, or to get something that the house needs or that I need. It's usually a pretty short trip, because I just go and get what I need and I leave. I hope that answered your question. Hey, Kayla, thank you. Thank you, Bree. This is ending up a little bit more brown than I was anticipating for today, but that's okay. I'm going to kind of go over that with a pink shade to kind of bring some warmth back to it. Alrighty. So, I just realized I was on top chat. I think that's where I'm going to stay with the matte shades, and I'm going to go into like just a shimmer shade, not one of the glitter shades, for all over the lid, and then I may go in with one of these glitter shades right in the center here. You guys had a small earthquake. Hopefully everything's okay. Hey, please Wi-Fi. Thank you. All right, now I don't know if this is going to pick up on this brush, so I'm going to spritz it with some setting spray. Sorry if you guys can hear the truck going by. It's trash day for us. Trying to be careful with this glitter shade because it's these chunky kind of glitter shades tend to have a lot of fallout, and I already have glitter all over my face from doing some work this morning. I don't want to add to it. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave it. My overall, I don't really have, I know some people like talk about, oh, the shadow's blendable, the shadow isn't. To be honest, I think it's probably because I do the same, like, oh, I don't know what this is called, eyeshadow shape. I frame my eyes the same way, no matter what colors I'm using. So, I mean, I haven't really come across any shadows that I have like a terrible time blending. I'm going to take a little bit of, because I'm being extra. Whenever I really want a lot of glitter or shimmer, what I will do is I will take, I have 2 of these, and I eventually will probably get more of the Urban Decay eyeliners that are glittery, the heavy metals. I will just take these and kind of go over the glitter if it's not giving me enough of the shine. This one's like this is, I don't know if you'd call it shade, but it's in the color Pyro, and it just has holographic glitters in it. Thank you, Peyton. So that's what I do. Yeah, going to the formal events doesn't freak me out or anything. I've become accustomed to it. I've been married to my husband for almost 10 years, so I'm used to it. In addition to that, my dad was in the military, so formal events don't happen often, but I don't get stressed out about them. I'm always learned that I just have to be on my best behavior. I straightened my hair this morning and I don't think it looks the best with this haircut. That's all right. Thank you, Pearls of Paragon. Do you think military different formal events differ from civilian? I think it depends on what kind of civilian events you're thinking of. Because if you're thinking of like civilian formal events like prom and stuff, yeah, it's definitely different from that. But if you've ever gone to like a high-end business formal event, they're similar to that. So it's a lot of socializing is what it is, which I am not the best at. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. I'm not a super, probably not, because I am talkative on my channel. But when I'm in a place like that where I don't know the people and it's a formal event, I tend to kind of stay in the background more and not be as social. I've definitely gotten better over the years, but this foundation shade's a little bit too light. I'll just have to warm it up with some bronzer. Pretty good. Thank you, Claudia. You look awfully ghostly. I probably should, I've used this is the newer 4-in-1 shade that I got. I probably should have mixed this with the other one, because the other one is just ever so slightly too dark. And this one is just a little bit too pale. I'm hoping once I put on my finishing powder, it'll kind of bring some light back, some color back in. We'll see. Not really. You're gonna go get some work done? Well, good luck. I did a little bit of work this morning, and then I am finishing editing a video for my husband's squadron today. I've almost got it done. And then I am just gonna relax with the dogs, hang out with them for a good bit of the day, probably play outside because it's nice out. And then if this makeup look doesn't last, I will have to redo my makeup this evening. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier handed with my bronzer today, since this foundation is just a little too light. And I am just using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I may have to actually grab a little bit of a darker one. This isn't really bringing too much color back. Let's see, where is my Marc Jacobs one? There it is. Thank you, Pearlzen, for the super chat. Super nice of you. So I'm going to go in with my Marc Jacobs Tantastic. This one typically pulls a little orange. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kate. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. I've had a couple of people DM me wishing me happy birthday, and to all of those people, thank you so much. To anybody who has offered or wanted to do anything for me, you don't have to. Just saying happy birthday means a lot to me. If you want to, can't get that to go back in. If you ever want to donate, you can, but it's never expected. I do have my PayPal linked in almost all of my videos if you ever want to donate, but don't feel you have to. I've known a couple of times when I've covered some topics and talked about certain things, people have said, oh, I wish I could have been there to super chat. So I don't often talk about the fact that I have that in my description because I don't want people to feel that they have to. I feel like my face looks super muddy. I don't like wearing this much bronzer. I always feel like it looks kind of muddy, and maybe it is because of my application. I just dropped my brush. My blush brush. And then I'm going to actually dig into my Jouer blush palette, if I can grab it. I haven't used it in a while. I typically use one of the, I've got two of the little mini Tarte blushes, and those are usually the ones that I gravitate towards, but I have this whole blush palette that I forget I have. And I typically go for the mauvier shades, but I am going to go a little bit into some of these brighter pinks since I have heavier blush on, or bronzer on. Almost everything you have in your closet has paint on them. Do I have the same issue? I mean, my whole house has glitter almost everywhere. My husband has glitter on him almost all the time. So the glitter gets everywhere. As far as like the epoxy and stuff, the only thing that typically falls on are my pants. So I usually wear, I have two pairs of leggings that I have gotten epoxy on, so I try to wear those. And then I have got one pair of my nice jeans, and they're not even like nice name brand, they're just jeans that actually fit well and that I enjoy, that ended up getting epoxy on them. So I try to wear clothes that already have gotten epoxy on them when I'm doing epoxy stuff. Bright tone, like the Crystalac products, it's all water-based, so it will wash out eventually after a few washes. So I'm not so, when I'm messing with that kind of stuff, I don't worry so much. Thank you so much, World Puzzler. That's very sweet of you. A lot of networking. Thank you. It's been a pretty relaxed and lazy birthday, so that's pretty good. It's about all I can ask for. Hey, Leanne. I don't know if this makeup look is going to last. I don't have this issue. Maybe it's just because that foundation shade is so light. But with the other one, I didn't have this issue, but it's kind of caking up. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's caking up in some areas, and I don't like that. So we'll see how it wears. And if it gets too cakey as the day goes, sometimes I've found sometimes foundations will go on cakey, and then as you wear them, it kind of goes away a little bit. We'll see if that happens. If not, I'll just redo my makeup this evening. I'm going to try this Air Volume L'Oreal mascara. Hopefully this isn't super watery. Hopefully this is a good mascara. Yeah, my husband has been in the service in December, it'll be 12 years. So it kind of, to us, doesn't make sense for him not to just finish out his career so that he can get retirement. After that, once he reaches his 20-year mark, I don't know if he will stay in. We will see. Hey, Beauty Demon. Thank you for stopping by on your lunch break. I appreciate the birthday wishes. I don't know if I like this mascara or not. Like, there's elements to it that I kind of like. It's definitely giving my eyelashes some volume. But it's really not giving a whole lot of length. And I don't know if that was a claim of this mascara or not. But I'm super excited. I guess I can tell you guys now. My sister, for my birthday, is actually buying me the Natasha Denona Glam palette. So once I get that, I will probably do a makeup look with that. I'm super excited. I was on the verge of probably buying it with my birthday money, but my mom said she was going to get it for me. And then I guess my sister needed an idea, so she said she was going to get it for me. So I don't know when it'll get here. I would imagine it'll probably get here in a couple of days, like next week probably, since it's Friday. But I'm super excited for that. And depending on how long this event takes, my husband has offered to drive me to the closest Sephora, which is a couple of hours away. And I don't know if I'll even get anything, to be honest, because the few little makeup things that the only makeup product I've actually wanted for the last couple of months is that Glam palette. So I probably won't get anything, but where we're going as a, well, I think we're going. I don't know if we actually are. It depends on a couple of things. There's other stuff for us to do while we're there. So I can just kind of spend the rest of my birthday money and have a good little birthday, do some fun stuff. You have one single shot. I like Natasha Denona. I know it's some people really like her or they don't like her products. Are they kind of priced? They're definitely overpriced in my opinion. But it's just something, it's one of those brands that I treat myself with. I'm definitely not like someone who only uses high-end products. I'm all for finding some cheaper products that work just as well. And like I have a lot of the Natasha Denona little minis, and I actually have that in the Glam. My mom got me that for Christmas. I think this one's it. Yeah, the mini, well, that's the mini Glam palette. She got me this one for Christmas because the full-size palette was sold out. So she got me the mini. But the Natasha Denona minis are comparable to the e.l.f. little bite-sized shadows. I did a review, like a comparison review several months ago at this point. And the e.l.f. ones are just as good. The tones are a little bit different than the Natasha Denona ones, but I was going to do eyeliner and I totally forgot. Oh well. Not every day do I have to have eyeliner on. Thank you so much, Tammy, for the super sticker. You guys throw me off with your kindness. I forget what I'm talking about. But the bite-sized shadows, I think, are just as good. They just have a little bit difference of a color undertone. But Natasha Denona has always kind of been one of those brands that when I have the extra money and there's something that I want, I will typically splurge a little bit and buy her products. There's a few other brands like the Fenty Beauty brand. I like almost all of the Fenty Beauty products that I have. Trying to think if there's any others like that are higher end that I like. I mean, I haven't tried a lot of them, to be honest. Natasha Denona was one of the first high-end products that I tried, and I just fell in love with her brand and her products. So I'm trying to put everything away. It's been an effort of mine to keep my makeup space clean. So I'm interested. I kind of like how this mascara went on. We'll see how it wears, if it crumbles or anything. If it doesn't, it might be another go-to. The only other mascara that I have found that I really enjoy is that It Cosmetics Lash Blowout. That's the one I typically use. Thank you, Xylee. Thank you, Sassy Elmo. Yours is the 26th. Well, happy early birthday. I know Carolyn's birthday is tomorrow, and I think she's doing a live. So if I remember, that's half of my battle here is remembering when people go live. Like Xylee, who doesn't tell me when she's going to go live. So I miss them, which I can't expect her to tell me every time she's going to go live. That's unrealistic. But I don't have channels that I'm subscribed to. I've talked about this before. I don't have them on notification because I would have, my phone would constantly be going off. I'm subscribed to so many people. I guess I could probably turn on notifications for channels that I moderate for and stuff like that to make sure I'm there, but it's just something I forget about, to be honest. It's probably not a good thing to say. Hey, Leanne, I don't want to say where I'm going for my birthday for security reasons. And it's still up in the air for sure if we're gonna go or not. There's a couple of factors that play into if we go. If we don't go today, we will probably go tomorrow. But I appreciate you asking and like wanting to know, but due to just safety reasons, I'm not gonna say where we're going. I hope you understand. You're gonna DM me every time. Good. If you do, then I can tell you, hey, I'm gonna be there. Or, hey, I'm not. I haven't really been on Twitter or anything lately. No reason to be sorry. It's okay. I understand people's curiosity and kind of wanting to know, especially because I am so open with you guys about when I'm doing stuff and stuff like that. But because of certain things, I'm not going to talk about that. So, but one of the things we have to do is my husband he was invited to do a ceremony today, a formal event ceremony. So we have to do that this evening. And that will probably take a couple of hours. So it kind of really is depending on how long the ceremony runs. If we go anywhere or do anything tonight, because the ceremony is actually around dinner time. So he would take me somewhere that I really like to eat. That again is a couple of hours away. Because there's a bigger city a couple hours away from us that has more restaurants and things like that than what's around us. So we'll probably, if we don't get to go today, we'll probably go tomorrow. He has to work until this afternoon anyways. After 20 years, you guys are still not, yeah. Eventually, I will get back into using my degree and working in the field, but for right now, I am working on the business and giving that a go. And if it utterly fails, then I will probably get back into the workforce. But the workforce here where we're at is not a good workforce at all. The market here is very limited to utilize my degree, and to work in CPS here is a little bit harder, and the pay here for it is really, really bad. And knowing the stress and everything that comes with that kind of job and what they offer here, I don't think I'm comfortable with working here in that field. We will probably only be where we're at for another year or two. So it's kind of like an uphill battle for me to try and get into the workforce here in child protection. And it's kind of one that I'm not really ready to dive into. So hopefully, we don't know where we're going to be going yet. Hopefully we'll have some say in where we go next. Kind of like we had a little bit of say into coming here. There was not enough research done for my career before my husband ranked where he wanted to go. So there will be quite a bit more research going into our next duty station. And I will most likely do everything I can to get into the field at that time. So for like the next, really it's like a year and a half at this point. For like the next year and a half, I've been diving all of my efforts into the business and It should be live, partially live anyways, next week, because I have all the products done for the giveaway, which I'm going to use those as photo shoot opportunities to have displays of items that can be purchased. And then I'm just going to expand from there. So stuff will be listed that doesn't have product photos yet. I'm just waiting to get the photos taken, and I will probably be doing that tomorrow because I don't want to do a whole lot of work today. So I will probably do that tomorrow because I want to mail out the giveaway packages on Monday. Everything's done now. I cleaned up the cups yesterday, so they're all ready to go. So I just need to take photos of them, and then I'm going to publish the website. Tammy, my shop isn't accessible through a website right now. Like I said, I'm hoping it will be next week. I'll be using Squarespace as my platform. I already have the back end of the website built, and I have almost all of the products listed. It's a matter of me taking photos so people who don't know what I'm doing or what products are available for random people who come across the shop know what I'm actually offering. So I will keep you guys updated. I don't know if you follow my crafting channel, but I do lives almost daily during the week of doing my projects. I know Britt recommends L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I have not had good experiences with L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I've bought it a couple of different times, and the first time I really did enjoy it. The second time, my tube dried out really quick, and then I bought it again thinking it was just an error, and the third one dried out really quick, so I've opted to not like that one. I know it's one of the ones that she really likes, and I've only had one good experience with it. I've made several things you would love for gifts. Oh, well, that's not, thank you. I mean, comments like that and DMs of people being interested and wanting to purchase product once my website is up really gives me energy to know that I'm not wasting my time. I've had my husband come to me a time or two, and he's like, are you getting any sales yet? And I'm like, I just want it to be perfect, so I haven't published it. And he's kind of like, well, at some point you're just going to have to bite the bullet and understand that there's going to be things that are going to have to change, that you're going to have to learn. This is the first time you're doing anything like this. He has no experience with this either, so he's kind of been a good little pep talk. You can do this, like, stop overthinking, stop procrastinating to get it done. I actually have one little letter that I haven't made into a keychain sitting right here. This is one of the pours I did. And the cups are over there. I just can't reach them. So I don't know if there's anything else that you guys want to chat about, but I'm probably going to end this live and go play with my doggies. It's a beautiful day here. So whenever it's nice like this and it's not extremely hot and it's just good temperature, I like to take them outside and really run them exhausted, run them wild. So I appreciate everybody who's hung out with me and who has wished me a happy birthday. It means so much to me. To all of the super chats and super stickers, you guys are so appreciated. You didn't have to do that. It means a lot to me when you guys do. But I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. Like I said, I may go live tomorrow to talk about some of the updates with Ashley and to talk about the little Tay stuff. If I don't go live tomorrow, I will probably go live early next week, like Tuesday or Wednesday, to have that conversation. It'll just depend kind of on what tomorrow brings. And if we celebrate my birthday or tomorrow, that will play a huge role into if I'm able to go live tomorrow or not. I may even do it Sunday. I typically take Sundays totally off now that I don't have memberships, but there's some stuff with both of those situations that I kind of want to digest with you guys. I'll try to keep you guys posted on the community tab and maybe even on my Twitter if I remember. But with all of that being said, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you guys are. And until next time.